Hi there, so today I want to show you another little simple arrangement that maybe you could copy at home for Mother's Day. So this is a little envelope of flowers. So the envelope container itself, you can purchase that, they come flat packed, okay, and you assemble them up, all the directions basically, you can kind of see it there where you have to just follow the creases to assemble the box up. And what I've done is I've lined it in a little piece of cellophane just to make it more waterproof because it's obviously cardboard, and then I placed the florist foam. So you can purchase these in your local florist. Any flower shops that's watching, you can purchase them in your wholesalers, and I also seen these on Amazon. So flower wise, I'm going to use a little bit of gyp just with a small selection of different types of foliage. And I'm just going to use the one stem of orchids. Now these are a lemon orchid, but they have a little bit of a pink tongue there. And I just kind of felt that the colours there, the little pink of the tongue would pick up the colour of the envelope. But if you have watched my previous tutorial where I was doing the welly boots with the roses and the wax flower, you could, and the little bit of a stilby, you could use similar materials. To be honest, whatever flowers you happen to have would work out perfect for this arrangement. So what I'm going to do first with the orchids is I'm going to cut them into small little sections. Now with orchids, you're better off not cutting off the flowers as individual. If you try and look for the main stem down the centre and cut through the main stem, so by cutting the main stem, it means that you get a little bit of length on the flower. Now that one just had one flower on it. But when I go to the next one and I cut the main stem, you'll see this time the little sprig, you see the way it had 3 flowers on it. And again, working my way down through the stem, I cut the next sprig. So again, I'm getting 3 flowers. Where if you cut them off individually, you'd end up with 3 flowers, 3 individual flowers, but the stems of them would only be about 2 centimetres in length. So I just continue now cutting up the rest of these flowers just to get as many little sprigs of flowers as I possibly can. When you're using orchids, you'll often find that these little tubes, I'm just taking that empty stem out of it, so you'll often find these little tubes are at the end of the orchids. When you purchase orchids, leave the tube on the end, but also just check that there is still water in them. These tubes normally have a special orchid food in it, and it just prolongs the life of your flowers. Now again, like some of my previous tutorials for these simple ideas to copy at home, there's no real pattern or no real system. What you're just doing is filling it in with flowers. So the trick, as I said, is keep your flowers really short. So just randomly, and I'm just kind of stretching over here, maybe we put a little group of the orchids here. I'm going to press them right down into the oasis. And maybe a little group of orchids in the front there, just barely overlapping, just a little flap on it. Maybe a little group of orchids just back here a little bit, and I'm just going to turn it around to me now just so I can kind of see what I'm doing. So maybe a little group of orchids over to the left hand side as I look at it, and just in the front there I'm going to cut this group even a little bit smaller just so it's not quite as long, and a little group of orchids maybe here in the front. So you can see there it's nearly possible to use up the full stem of orchids. I have 2 little flowers left. I'm going to bring one there in the front, and eeny, meeny, miny, mo, I'm just going to bring one over slightly to the left hand side. So that's the one stem of orchids divided up among the foam just to start it off. So now I have little sprigs of foliage. So you know me with Silver Sussex, I absolutely adore it. So the foliage, I have it all cut real short first. And what I'm now going to do is kind of a little bit of camouflaging, a little bit of filling in. So I also have a little bit of this little box hedging. So some of the foliage, just hitting cellophane there, some of the foliage I'm going to allow it to come up over the flowers slightly. I have a little bit of the variegated pittosporum. Really any little bits of greenery that you can forage from your own garden, or if you go into a local florist, they probably have different types of foliage that you can purchase off them, and they'd sell you like a small little selection. But maybe your neighbour's garden might have some nice little bits of foliage growing over the wall into your garden, and you know what the law is: if it's grown into your garden, it's yours and you're allowed to cut it. Any of the bits you don't want, you're allowed to throw back over the wall. Did you all know that? So if anybody has any comments, if you're watching on maybe YouTube, maybe you might give us a thumbs up. If you're watching us on Facebook or on Instagram, maybe send us a comment to let us know where you're watching from. I have a little bit more filling in to do on this, but I'm just going to turn it around just so you can see how it's turning out so far. So this part's a little bit slow and a little bit tedious, just covering in our foam. So just finishing it off here, which, as I said, short little bits of greenery placed around the back, the sides, the front, and just in between the flowers. You can place as much or as little foliage as you choose yourself. So I'd be happy enough with the amount of foliage I have in it now, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in little sprigs of gyp. But again, depending on what you have, if you prefer just to keep it all foliage, or what you could use is maybe little bits of wax flower, or to pick out the lemon you could use little bits of solid aster or the solidago, that would be nice. And I just think this would be a lovely idea for Mother's Day. So it's like your love letter to your mum, or even for children maybe to bring into their teachers in school, or for a neighbour next door that's maybe very good to them, or an aunt or somebody like that, or sure, even the grandparent. So again, just to show you what the gyp looks like going in and out through it. So it doesn't take that many flowers. I know I used a full stem of orchids, but to be honest, like a half dozen small roses, like short stems, the small little headed roses, that would be beautiful going in and out through it. And you could use a lot more foliage than I did, you know what I mean, if you had like less flowers, just to get the same amount of coverage. And then if you don't like gyp, I personally do like gyp, but sometimes I'd find on the classes I'd have students and some people, they just wouldn't be, it seems to be very fashionable at the moment, but I do understand it's not going to be everybody's personal taste. But the idea of this, it's not a set out pattern arrangement, it's just a little envelope of flowers that you can give to your mum for Mother's Day. And anybody that has young children, I'd say the children would enjoy helping you fill this in, and you can't really go wrong. So I hope you enjoyed that very, very simple tutorial. If you have any questions, like with all our courses, we offer full backup support. So even if you're not one of our students and you do have a question, just comment below or just send me an email to info@flowerschoolisland.com. If you did enjoy the tutorial and you'd like to see some more of them, why not go to our website, which is flowerschoolisland.com. Click on the online school and you'll be able to download some tutorials. Or have you followed us on Facebook? So go to Facebook and we do lots of live free tutorials. So thanks a million everybody for watching, and talk to you again.